the Chi-Town experience on the flight. Let me go tune in to Keek on the mic. He gon' make sure we get our news and highlights. When you get on YouTube, you better hit the like.
I can't believe I'm actually about to say this, but Caleb Williams' rookie season in Chicago was definitely sabotaged. Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. As always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. So, Bears fans, I have some juicy details to share with you guys on today's episode of Keek on the Mic, as new details actually reveal how bad things got between Shane Waldron and Caleb Williams last season. And I understand that we are backtracking, that is in the past, and now the Chicago Bears have Ben Johnson and all these upgrades on the coaching staff, and things are looking good for Caleb Williams going into year 2 as a Chicago Bears quarterback. But I couldn't go away from this and not share this juicy bit of information with you guys on today's episode of Keek on the Mic. So buckle up, and I cannot wait to hear your guys' reactions down below in the comment section. So as we all know, Shane Waldron's brief tenure in Chicago was an absolute disaster, and the Bears wasted no time moving on. After 9 games into the 2024 NFL season, the Chicago Bears made a rare in-season move by firing offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. They did the same thing with Matt Eberflus later on in the season. And, you know, it just showed you how poorly things went. You know, when you fire an offensive coordinator or any coach mid-season, that just tells you how poorly things were going here in Chicago last offseason. However, new details continue to emerge about the turmoil that was going on inside the Bears locker room, particularly regarding Waldron's relationship with Caleb Williams. So there had been speculation about tension going on between Shane Waldron and Caleb Williams. There's even a clip when Shane Waldron was trying to talk to Caleb Williams, and Caleb Williams was just sitting there ignoring him, just looking straight. It looked like he was just fed up with Shane Waldron at that point in the season. And I want to give a huge shout out to this podcast called Making Monsters by Second City Gridiron. They shed more light on just how strange the dynamic became between Shane Waldron and Caleb Williams within this Chicago Bears locker room. Taylor Dole, the host of the Making Monsters podcast, shared some shocking details about the situation with Shane Waldron. Once again, buckle up, Bears fans, take a seat, because things are going to get really juicy on today's episode of Keek on the Mic. So Bears fans, reportedly, before Waldron was fired, Caleb Williams had to seek outside resources to review film because Waldron was not doing it with him. Williams even went as far as creating his own film study room to make up for the lack of coaching from Shane Waldron. Taylor Dahl said this. He said, quote, "He built his own film study room because Shane Waldron was not going over film with him." Bears fans, I am at a loss of words. You are telling me that Shane Waldron wasn't going over film with Caleb Williams, and he wasn't coaching Caleb Williams. So basically, every single week, every single game day, Caleb Williams was going into these games unprepared and blind. And then, of course, it says that Caleb Williams was doing his own film study, but he can't do that crap by himself, especially as a rookie that's trying to develop and make that transition from the college level to the NFL level. And his offensive coordinator, a guy that you're supposed to trust the most as a quarterback, wasn't doing film study with you, wasn't coaching you and getting you ready for these games, wasn't developing you the right way. Bears fans, this is sabotage. And I know that we made this joke from Justin Fields and Mitch Trubisky that those guys were sabotaged, right? But no, this is the ultimate level of sabotage. And despite all this chaos with Shane Waldron, with Matt Eberflus and the dysfunction of him as a Chicago Bears head coach, Williams still managed to put together a fairly productive season. We're talking about over 3,500 passing yards, 20 passing touchdowns to only 6 interceptions. He became the first rookie Bears quarterback to throw for over 3,000 yards. He was 5th all time in single season passing yardage in his first season with the Chicago Bears. With all the dysfunction around him, I give Caleb Williams so much credit. Because once again, I say this all the time, Bears fans, and you've heard me say it so many different times. Coaching matters, and Caleb Williams did not have the proper coaching. One, obviously, I blame Matt Eberflus for bringing in Shane Waldron, and of course, you have to throw a little blame at Ryan Poles as well for allowing Matt Eberflus to bring in Shane Waldron, and basically Ryan Poles bringing back Matt Eberflus, right? So it's one of those things that this is truly upsetting, because when you draft a quarterback or any player as a coach, your job is to develop, to teach, to help game plan, to help your young quarterback feel confident going into that next game. And he just left Caleb Williams high and dry. I don't have any idea how Shane Waldron even has another NFL job at this moment, right? And once again, this can all be, speculation and all this good stuff. I'm not even sure how Taylor Dahl knows this information, but if this is true, this is absolutely insane. This is the highest level of sabotage. And once again, for Caleb Williams to have to deal with this in his rookie season with all the expectation and the city on his shoulders, right? And to not have the full support from the person you're supposed to trust the most in your offensive coordinator, in Shane Waldron, it's just sad, man. I really, truly feel bad for Caleb Williams, but I'm even more impressed with the numbers that he put up. So just imagine Caleb Williams with a capable coach, right? Now that you have Ben Johnson, right? A guy that's going to develop Caleb Williams the right way. A guy that's going to sit in film room with Caleb Williams and help him attack certain coverages and help him be prepared every single week for game day to make sure he's playing at the highest level possible, not only for himself, but to help the Chicago Bears win, right? And then just think about what Ben Johnson has done around Caleb Williams as well in terms of his coaching staff, bringing in multiple high-level offensive minds to really help Caleb Williams get to the next level, to have different inputs from all these different guys. We're talking about Ben Johnson, Declan Doyle, Eric Bieniemy, right? And among others. So the fact that, once again, going back to the past, the fact that Matt Eberflus hired this bum in Shane Waldron, and Shane Waldron just left Caleb Williams high and dry as a rookie with all these expectations and put him through all this, it's just devastating, man. Once again, I feel for Caleb Williams. I'm glad that he had the rookie season that he had. Even though there was a lot of expectations, he still came in all this dysfunction with the offensive line, with a terrible head coach. Obviously, now we knew that Shane Waldron was bad, but these new details make it a whole lot worse. And the fact that he was able to still put up the numbers that he did, to me, is absolutely remarkable. It just seems at this point, it's a wasted season. It seems like Caleb Williams could have been so much more if he just had the proper coaching. So once again, kudos to the Chicago Bears for really attacking this offseason and going out there and getting Ben Johnson, a guy that's going to develop Caleb Williams the right way, a guy that's going to put Caleb Williams first and not leave him out there just to high and dry, just to go out there and die. Something that Shane Waldron did, apparently. So, like I said, you guys go ahead and react to these new details. And once again, I don't like really talking about the past, because the past is the past, and now the Bears seem like they have it figured out, and they're, a lot of positive things are coming up for the Chicago Bears. But I couldn't just let this new information go about without coming on here really quick and just giving my reaction to you guys and hearing your guys' reactions down below in the comment section as well. So once again, Bears fans, it's crazy that even happened. Once again, feel bad for Caleb, but I'm truly impressed that he was able to have the season that he did with that type of coaching, with the offensive line that was in front of him. And I'm just so excited to see year two Caleb Williams with Ben Johnson, with the multiple coaches that are going to help him develop the right way and really take his game to the next level. So Bears fans, overall, just give me your reaction down below in the comment section. But as always, make sure you guys continue to hit that subscribe button and the notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms, and make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears that you know. But other than that, be back for our all new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and as always, bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic. You can go and subscribe, cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't Geek on the Mic.